So, good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Been a little under the weather the last couple of days. So, Michael and Valerie have been working on this, and I kind of feel bad because I wasn't here to help out, but just wasn't feeling 100%, and that's how it goes some days. So, anyway, came in this morning, looked at this. Valerie and I had been talking about it last night, and it just wasn't working. So we had done a lot of work. I have some photographs, maybe Michael can insert them. But it just wasn't right. It didn't look right. It didn't look good. It would have been functional, yes, but it's just not something that we were wanting to put the Mealey Marine name on. So we're took this off this morning. Get rid of that. We had carpeted the insides of these, and it didn't look good. And not on top of that, with the particularly these two lockers, it was going to be a problem, because these two lockers are probably going to be open and closed a lot with the rod storage and stuff, and we just saw a bunch of potential problems. And sometimes it's a tough decision to say, well, you know, that work that we've put in, we're going to scrap it out and restart. And I think that's a decision that each and every one of us have to make, at what level you're happy with. We was not happy with it, and I feel bad because I came in this morning and looked at it and started talking about it, and I didn't want Valerie and Michael to feel I was criticizing what they did, but I think after we all chatted about it and decided it just wasn't going to work. That's just the way it goes sometimes, guys. So don't be afraid to change. Don't be afraid to go back and say, hey, this isn't working, and start over. I mean, that's just part of life, right? So you can either compromise sometimes, and sometimes you just got to say no. And this was just one of those times that we said no. Have done a great job on this. Michael came in here and routed this out. So the pedestal for the chair was recessed, turned out very, very nice. This now has the fascia on it that goes along this edge. Michael's going to get upset because he's got to change the camera thing, but anyway. If you wonder what all the rags are for, the rags are to get the glue off. The glue had not set, and believe it or not, if you put water on it before it totally sets up, it takes the glue off. Anyway, I'll kind of give you a general idea of how this goes. But anyway, this sets in here, and this will be flush to the front, and it's going to look really nice. We have the two side lockers that are around here somewhere. Can't keep up
behind you.
Yep. So we're going to stay with this on the inside, but we're going to carpet all the way around the edge. There was a lot of discussion this morning on whether or not how you open this lid and all the rest of it, and we just decided that's a better way to go, and I'm glad that we're all on the same page. On your epoxy, by the way, for when you're gluing, you want to get plenty of epoxy on here to seal it, but you don't want it too shiny, because that plays havoc with the glue guys. And so just kind of keep that in mind on your project. As you all will remember, this is the back of the boat. This is going to get sealed into place. You really won't see any of that when it's done, but that's the way it goes. We're going to go through, and we're going to kind of do like we did on the 363. No? Which one was it? 333?
361.
361.
Clyde's boat.
Was that Clyde's boat?
Yeah, we didn't do this on.
But anyway, we're going to. I thought we did it on the corners on the one we did, where we heated the plastic up. Yeah, we did.
Oh yeah. Yep. Sorry.
But anyway, we're going to cut these strips out, and with the heat gun, we're able to bend the corners, and we're going to have one continuous strip all the way around, bonded in place. The top that we scrap then will go over the top of it, and then we will route around it, and it will look pretty, and it will be functional. This is the stuff that you use in the showers. Building contractors use it a lot in showers, trimming in bathroom areas, that kind of stuff. So it's actually pretty good stuff, and it's kind of waterproof and used in bathrooms.
It's pretty cheap, and it's cheap, and you can cut it with a razor blade.
Yeah.
And it's water. It's meant for showers.
Well, not only that though, it's very nice to work with. It's relatively easy to work with, which is always nice. A lot of the stuff that we work with is not that easy to deal with. This is how, so this got routed out here, and the pedestal will go in. So poor old Mitch. David, the Snap-on guy's coming by. That's the reason why I'm thinking about David.
Excited about your toolbox.
So anyway, Mitch's boat looks in terrible shape right this second, but you won't recognize it in a few days. Hopefully we get far enough along today. I want to be honest with everybody, I'm probably only good till about noon today. We will get that done, and we'll add to the video, etc. Okay, so good morning everybody. Appreciate you checking back in with me. Obviously we made the video yesterday, and this is going to be an add-on. So if I go over some things, I apologize, but I wasn't feeling my best yesterday. As I said earlier on, I've not been feeling good the last few days. Feel real good this morning, but left around noon yesterday. So as you can see here, we've got the carpet done on these tops. This is the center top. This is the back one that will end up going in here. And then obviously these are the two side ones. A lot of detail work goes into making this happen. And as I told you yesterday, we ended up redoing this. And the reason why we ended up redoing it, it just was not right. So we could have sent it out to the client the way it was, or we made a decision that we was going to redo some stuff. You try things, they don't work out. And I guess it depends what level you're at. And I don't think any of us felt comfortable with it, but it's really difficult to tell somebody that's worked on something for 4 days that they need to start over, especially when you've been at home convalescing because you're not feeling well, and then you walk in and look at it and go, oh, I don't know about this. It's important to me and to Michael. This is Michael's company, this is not my company, but Michael's works hard on this company every day, and I try to help him where I can. It's important to do the very best you can do, and that's all you can do. If you know that you're going to the best of your ability, then that's all you can do. When you deliver a boat, like when we delivered Clyde's boat, it's always a little bit stressful because you test the motor and you do everything before they arrive, and then you get here before they do, and you redo it again, and you still got to do that when the client's here, and if anything's going to go wrong, that's when it's going to go wrong. It's not going to get better or solved by itself. So if this doesn't look good, it's not going to look any better when Mitch shows up. So it's just better to redo it. We're going to be bonding this stuff in here today. We've got to put some more heat on it. We've just been kind of doing some practice runs here. We're going to toughen up the corners or square up the corners a lot better. But we was playing around with this last night, just kind of getting a feel for it, and that's going to be my major goal today is to get all these inserts in here and try to get the top on, and then obviously move forward. At that point in time, we're left with two pieces here and here to put the lids on. Those are those two lids over there. There's a lot of good videos on carpeting. We've kind of gone over it before, but obviously the key is making sure you don't screw up and get your directions wrong. It's very, very easy to do that. So don't get in a rush. Take your time and make sure you have the direction of the carpet the right way. So when you look at the boat, it all looks uniform. So that's kind of what's going on. You was helping us out yesterday with this. There was 4 of us working on it, but we got the power steering thing fixed on that yesterday and this morning. There's going to be a video coming out on that. They're just about through bleeding it. We're going to double check the bleed on that, and that thing will be ready to go back to the client. That happens to belong to a neighbor of mine, so I want to make sure it's like every boat that it's in top-notch condition. As far as this build goes, we're kind of getting down to the wire. In fact, we've told everybody involved there's all hands on deck on this boat for the next X amount of days until we get it complete. I kind of ran through my mind yesterday, was just before I took a nap. I've probably got personally 6 to 7 hours a day in that boat, believe it or not, since it arrived. And that's just my time. And a lot of times Michael was working with me on it. These builds are not easy. And especially when it's a new concept again. Okay, this is totally new for us, and I've never done it before. So it's a new concept, and it takes a lot of time. And there's days, quite honestly, I thought about this too. There's days that you come in and you hit it hard all day long. You look at your watch, and it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We start here at 6 in the morning, and you go, wow, what a day. There's other days that you grind on it and you don't get much to show for it. So it's kind of like peaks and valleys. There's some days that you leave and you go, man, we got a lot accomplished today, and there's other days you go, man, we worked on that thing all day long and have very little to show for it. One of the things I would like to get with Michael on is to show you what we did with this 80-20 to attach it. That was a lot of work. I don't think we did many videos on that, but we obviously assembled that, and we had to disassemble it to put the counterbores in so we could attach it to this. That all takes time, and you have to go over, use the mill, use the counterbores, drill the holes, screw it all together. And believe it or not, that can take a couple of days. I really like the 80-20. Am I getting that right? Thank God for that. But it's kind of like a little bit of a jigsaw puzzle, and you have to kind of make sure that you have everything right. But I think it's really good for this build, and as you can see, this is really, really sturdy. So excellent build, and by the time this is all bolted in, it's going to be good. So the game plan is to get that finished up, and then it's all out on this. We're waiting on the sheet metal guy to get us our things to assemble back here. I hope he's going to have to call and check on him here in a little bit, because we're at a point where we're going to be needing those parts. But pretty much, as you can see, it's now down to all the detail work and finishing work. And like anything else, I don't know if you've ever built a car or a race car or something like that. I can assure you, you can get that car together in a very, very short period of time. It's amazing how fast it comes together. And then it takes about 4 weeks to do all the finishing work. It's amazing. And that takes a lot longer than the initial part of the build. I don't think boats are any different. So that's kind of what we have going on. I kind of apologize about these videos because we did not do as good a job as I would have liked to kind of show you what we did, and maybe we'll do a montage of the stuff we've done. And like I said, I kind of apologize. When you want man down, and I was down for about 4 days, just not feeling 100%, and decided to take a break. I kind of came in one day and just made things worse, but it affects everything else that they're doing. But anyway, I appreciate your time. As always, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. I do appreciate it. I know Michael appreciates it, and have a great day.